Like, why is this part of your life so important?
Um, why did I choose what I did today? Why am I, the brand? Why am I walking and talking the brand? So in high school, this coach, Daquan Davis, shout out to my guy, man, and all the next level family as well. Um, Daquan Davis, we would meet like probably 2 days out of the week when we first started training in the summer. It was probably, I'd probably say like what my senior year, well, right after my senior year of high school, right after my senior year of high school. So pretty much went through my whole high school career. Then he came about and tried to revive Next Level Nation. So then man was meeting twice a week. We was training for a little bit, and he told me this one quote. He was like, "Bro, you gotta carry yourself like your brand." I'm like, "What you mean?" And he was like, "Bro, do you not understand like what Nike is? Like they say, just do it, but in that whole overall aspect of it, it's like, you got to be willing to push yourself to your limits or even past your limits and just get whatever it is done and just do it,
Yeah.
right? So then he was like, yo, you got to carry yourself like a brand. So I was like, what do you mean with that? So being a pro athlete, you are your brand. You are a representation of the NFL, and you everything you do, every little thing. If you out here speeding on the highway, you getting tickets and stuff, that's a negative outlook on the brand of the NFL. You out here drinking every weekend, got strippers all around you and stuff, that's a negative outlook on the NFL. Or you can look at it as a positive way. I'm giving back to the community. I'm training kids, I'm hosting camps and stuff, and that's going carrying yourself, as a positive brand at the end of the day, as in a positive reputation of the NFL. So it's really the aspect. Once I heard that quote from him, that day I knew I got to start carrying myself and treating myself like a pro and whatever it is I do.
Right.
So then after that, I went through my career of at West Virginia Wesleyan College. Had a great, 4 or 5 years there. Being the top DB in the conference. Then went to Concord University, finished my senior year, and with our second our team was all MEC that final year, and then had my chance at the league, with the Washington Commanders, spent a little bit of time with them. And then, but through that process, I kept learning different things to kind of level up my mental, and, through those processes, I learned discipline, focus, and just living with a purpose. And I wanted to make sure, all that knowledge I gained from the college ball to the pro league to training down in Florida at Bomarito and stuff like that, all that knowledge, I was like, why hold on? I feel as though at that point I'm being selfish at that point if I don't give back to these kids that actually need it. People like us, we had like some OGs around us and some guys that we trained with, pushing us. But when you really got somebody down your back every single day, that's going to push you even further than you really think, because you ain't going to be wanting to quit all the damn time. You ain't going to want to, just saying, oh, it is what it is. I got to get it done, whatever it is I'm trying to get done. If I have somebody pushing me, giving me the tools that I need, of course I'm going to go get it done. I might even become a billionaire someday or even the president. You never know. So that's why I really, decided to do what I do, because I felt as though instead of being a sponge, bro, just release this water to the this water to the plants of Baltimore, and help these kids sow their seeds, and because all they want to do is grow at the end of the day,
for sure,
and they go and grow, and it's either they gonna grow into that rose that's rising out of the concrete, or they just gonna grow to that little weed, that's sitting on the side of your building. You feel me? It's not really growing. It's really just dying every time. We pop up, get a little sun, and then just turn yellow, turn dry, and go away.
And I guess that can go into like the next segue for yourself. Like, yeah, you just talked about them as athletes, and a weed and a rose. What stopped you from being a weed? Like, what was your purpose? What was your motivation? What made Mike Sawyer Mike Sawyer?
Yeah, what made Mike Sawyer Mike Sawyer? My family. I got a little sister. I got my dad in my life. I got my mom in my life, and I got another big brother. And those, I would say, that was like my immediate circle that drove me to the next level. And why I woke up every single day and did what I did because of them. And it got to the point where without them, bro, I felt helpless at times. Yeah. Like if they missed the game, I ain't gonna lie, I was
agreed.
I mean, it felt a little different without having that presence there.
For sure.
Like when I see them three, especially my mom, my sister, my dad, and the crowd,
yeah,
I'm going crazy. Like whoever in front of you, bro, honestly, you might as well just go back to your silent, bro. Cause I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I'm about to make them proud. Right. You feel me? Right. So that was like my why I woke up, you know. But especially my mom, bro. Even talking about it right now, bro. I can't even put it into words, truly, or what that woman done for me. You know, it's even making me a little emotional now. Think about it because I feel like I can't give her enough, or even pay her back for all the things that she did for me. Appreciate you, bro. But it's like, you know, having that support and that constant investment in you, it takes you to that level. Nobody gonna stop you, bro. And you know, I think my mom, especially in my father too, you know, give me that masculine aspect of parenting I needed. My mom gave me that softness I needed, you know, that love, that care. I mean, she was hard on you. My sister will tell you, man, my mom, she was hard on us, you know, but it was that hard. Sometimes it'd be unlogical, unreasonable, but you'll look back when you're an adult and be like,
I needed that.
Maybe I needed it. You know what I mean? Because it's that maybe sometimes, like maybe I needed that little push from her. Or maybe I needed that little reprimand or that consequence that she gave me. You know, but it was, I'm thankful. My support system is what made me what I am today. And even the constant people that are around me, like yourself, bro. Y'all invest in me, you know, just by shit. You my good man. We was training for a while. We done hung out plenty of times. You cut my hair, you feel me, give me shape ups, give me 4 cuts. That's investing in me and pushing me
for sure
in the way I need it. You feel me? Yo, Verb, can I get a cut this weekend? Yeah. You feel me? You pushed me, you invested in me, you took your time to give me that little cut, but now I get to go to this networking event and looking good. Mm-hmm. But I wouldn't be looking good about my guy.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
But that little thing, the little couple minutes we spend together, bro, is more important than everything.
Sure.
You feel me? And that is what made Mike Sawyer right there.
Yes, sir. And that was a very real answer. And even just, you know, honing on to myself, like vice versa with my mother, you know what I'm saying? And for me, it was even harder because, like, as the oldest son, I had 2 little brothers, right? Yeah. But my mother really didn't care about sports. She cared about education. Uh-huh. And as she should. But looking back at it, it was like, bro, like, I wish I had that parent that pushed me